A young woman has died after a BBL procedure, otherwise known as liquid butt lift. This is where massive volumes of filler is injected into the buttock region to volumize and contour. I want to dig a bit more deeper into this issue and see this as a PSA, save this post, share it with other people, raise as much awareness as you can because it is becoming a massive problem, especially in the UK. Before we continue, I just want to say, please do not victim blame or shame. Obviously, the family is going through something tremendously difficult, and be mindful when commenting. My sincerest condolences to the family. So BBL liquid procedure or liquid butt lift is seen as an alternative to surgery because BBL surgery has one of the highest risks in any cosmetic surgery. And in the UK, up until 2022, it had actually been banned. So in 2018, the British Association of Aesthetic Plastic Surgeons dissuaded its members from performing the Brazilian butt lift surgery. They wanted to collect more data because there had been a high death rate associated with the surgical procedure. In 2022, there was changes where they would now actually allow their members to perform these procedures, but they had to basically fulfill these two criteria. So imagine this: the surgical procedure can only be performed by consultant plastic surgeons in the UK under imaging guidance within a theatre environment, under a sterile environment. And you've got people who could be anybody. With the lack of regulation in the UK, it can be anyone. Could be a hairdresser, could be a beautician, could be Bob the Builder, who can basically inject massive volumes of filler into your buttock. Obviously, this is not something that I offer and will not offer because I do not believe it is worth the risk. And any ethical doctor or practitioner would not be offering BBL non-surgical option. You have to be a plastic surgeon to be able to do the surgery alone. So this image itself is quite simplified, but it does show a cross-section through the pelvis, and it shows you that there are major vessels in the area that supply your lower body, and it also comes from your upper body. Now, the risk with this is obviously this only shows arteries. There's other things like nerves, there's veins, there's lymphatics, and the risks with having BBL in this area is vast. It can cause PE, so pulmonary embolism. It can cause blood clots such as DVT. It can lead to stroke. It can cause infection. Sepsis can cause death, as we can see in this case. Then when you consider that there are lay injectors who are non-medical with no professional accountability injecting unlicensed filler into the buttocks blindly with no imaging, you can see how crazy this is. And has this happened before? Yes, there has been problems in the past, and a lot of the time in the UK, professional bodies have been advocating for this to be stopped, but unfortunately it has taken a death for this to be coming into the public eye, and hopefully things will change so nobody else is affected. There is an example of someone who was in the newspapers about a year ago who had basically abscess formed after having BBL, liquid BBL done. They're really lucky that they didn't die. I mean, sepsis can kill, but you can see how extensive the infection is. I mean, look at this. The clinic had been endorsed by Katie Price, who got her own liquid BBL done by them. How is this even credibility? If anything, you should avoid, if you see a celebrity going that looks botched, results are terrible, you should not be going to them. Please be mindful, be careful, and do not get this procedure done.